Man, oh man, was this a great episode. Toby Whitehouse, you are awesome. Well, A Town Called Mercy was probably your weakest work, but on the other hand, all your other stuff has been pretty good. Yeah, and this is no different. Dear Lord, I know people had problems with the opener to the series. I know a lot of people had some problems with the opener to Doctor Who. I personally like the two-parter, but I know there are people out there who had their issues with it. This time around, however, the general consensus is, holy shit, this two-parter was awesome. And I have to agree. This two-parter was nothing short of frickin' fantastic. I thought this was just a great episode all around. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Before the Flood. Now, the episode kind of starts off really weird of the Doctor talking about the bootstrap paradox. He even says, Google it. And what he does, basically, is just talk about the theory of, you travel back, if you had a time machine and travel back in time to see Beethoven, but Beethoven was never around, you have to become Beethoven to get everything there. So, yeah, that's interesting. And it really does play through the entire story. It really does play through the entire story of what goes on here. So, with this, the bootstrap paradox in play, the Doctor, along with Bennett and O'Donnell, who, by the way, let me talk about Bennett real quick. Is there any chance we can get Bennett back in Doctor Who? Please, can we get Bennett? I mean, I kind of wanted O'Donnell, but unfortunately, she does. This episode, you guys know by now I do spoilers in my review, so yeah, O'Donnell does not make it, but Bennett is freaking awesome. It's almost like having reminds me of having the Doctor and Jamie together, again. But Bennett, I really liked in here where he really hates the idea of of this time travel stuff, and it really just makes him sick that the Doctor's kind of like, well, I'm playing with lives now. So, yeah, it also brings up a lot of stuff of, the Doctor trying to change the past. And there's also this just great moment where where Clara tells him that she sees the Doctor's ghost, and the Doctor's just like, oh my god. And he really bounces back from him saying, look, this is something we all have to deal with. And Clara says, no, not with me. You die with the next person, but not with me. And I was kind of like, I don't know if I should take that as annoying or not. But yeah, I do love that moment where the Doctor's just like, oh. And here's the other thing, and I've been meaning to talk about this in the past three reviews, with the Doctor's last will and testament. With the Doctor's last will and testament. Are we really doing the whole the Doctor's going to die this season? Are we really doing that again? We did that in Series 7. We did that in Series 4, I guess you could say, for the 10th Doctor. We did that in Series 6. We did that 2 series back to back, and then another in Series 4. So we've done this like 3-4 times. Can we stop this whole... Is the Doctor going to die? We know he's not. We know. We know he's not. Stop it. Anywho. So, what else did I want to talk about with this episode? Yeah, all the other supporting characters like Cass and what's the other guy's name? Lun, along with Clara, they're great. I even love this moment where Cass is probably one of the best characters, not because she's a character with a disability, and that's not her only trait, thank God. That's the problem when you have other characters who have either disabilities or they're a different ethnicity, is that's their only defining trait. And normally, for the most part, there are shows out there and movies who, go above that. But then there are other times where it really stereotypes. Here, it's not the issue. Cass is really kind of kick-ass. And, yeah, she doesn't let, everyone's like, yeah, she's deaf, moving on. That doesn't take away from her character. There's even these great, even when she's just acting with her hands, the actress I gotta give a lot of credit to, the actress, just using her hands or just using her expressions are just like, man, you are just selling the shit out of this. You are just selling this. It's amazing. They're just like, I'm serious, like, this woman should get an award or something, because there's just so much great physical acting from her. It was so good. I even love when the doctor's talking to... I love that moment where the doctor's talking to Bennett, and he's telling him, look, even if you could go back, because the TARDIS won't let him leave, he only goes backwards in time about 30 minutes, and he said, Bennett wants to save O'Donnell, but the doctor literally says, look, there's nothing you can do, it's written in stone, and at this point, you'd just be talking to a real ghost. So it really hits Bennett hard that he'll never be able to save her, and that's the thing, they win, the doctor's victorious, but at a huge cost. It's a very somberly sweet tale, honestly. The Doctor wins, but he can't save everyone. And it's a moment where it's kind of like there is sadness there, but there's also great joy in that victory. I really do like it. I really do like how that ending plays out. The Fisher King. Let's talk about the Fisher King real quick. The Fisher King looked cool. Problem was that the mouth looked like a vagina. No, really, I can't be the only one looking at it. Like, when they saw the Fisher King, and then they saw the mouth, and like, why does it have a vagina for a mouth? Great, now you're like the Vervoids. But no, the design was pretty cool. Too bad the Fisher King, all he did was just stomp around and look cool. Although I did like that moment where, he automatically knows who the Doctor is, and he's just going on, just withering away the Doctor's spirit almost, where he's just like, you were part of a race that lost its teeth, all you were a bunch of Watchers, then suddenly you realized how much power you had, and you became the most deadliest warrior race in the galaxy. Yeah. So, I also like how intricate the Doctor is just furious, by the way, he's just, he literally says to the Fisher King, out front, you've robbed these people of, the one thing more important than time, and I am going to stop you. You've robbed them of a good death. And that's the other thing, is that he's never, the Doctor may figure out what what exactly, the ghosts are. They are souls and all that, but really he can't give these people rest. He can't give them, a proper rest, and it's, again, a really sad, ending, but it ends on a sweet note as well. Yeah. This was just an all-around great story. I could go on and on about it, but yeah, it's a really good episode. Also, looks like next week we're going to be dealing with Odin. Yeah, Vikings and Odin. This is going to be interesting. And also, this is the start of I can't remember her name, but the actress who plays Arya Stark. This is where her story arc begins. So looking forward to that, and yeah, all around, just another great episode. So you guys tell me, what did you guys think of Before the Flood? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.